Hey guys, I'm going to be doing the my first tag video. So it was a bunch of questions about my first whatever. The first question was my first tweet. My first tweet was on March 11th, 2009, and I wrote, "Can't wait for March break, it's going to be so awesome." It's kind of weird to have as a first tweet, but what was my first YouTube video? My actual first one, I don't really remember what it was. It was probably a video from a concert or something on a different channel that I had, but my first video on this channel was my intro video. It's not a great video, but I'll post the link right here if you want to look at it. The first person I've subscribed to on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that would have been Smosh. They were my favorite when I was like 10 or 12 or whatever. But I used to watch Smosh all the time, and that was like all I would watch. I'm still subscribed to them, but I haven't been watching them the last year or two. My first Facebook profile picture. That was me and my friend Celine. We used to be best friends, but we barely talk anymore. I miss her a lot, but yeah. Do I still talk to my first love? Yes, I do. My first love is actually my boyfriend right now. We've been together for almost 4 years. In October 17th, that'll be 4 years. So yes, I'm still in love with him. What was my first alcoholic drink? When I was little, living with my dad, he pretty much made me try it. The first drink that I tried was Coors Light, because that's all he drank. I think it was about 9. And it's not like I drink a lot. He'd just give me like, he'd pour like a little bit into his caps or in a little glass and then make me drink it. So, what was my first job? Other than babysitting and dog walking and stuff like that, my first real job was at Subway. The job there, it was pretty cool. I liked the job itself, but the people I worked with and my manager, they were all pretty bitchy, and it wasn't pleasant working with them. My first car, I haven't had a car yet. I don't even have my full license. I should, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But for my first car, I would want, I guess, a Mazda 3, because it's affordable, good on gas. I don't like the newer ones because it looks like they have a big smiley face on the front. I like more like the 2010 version. Who was my first grade teacher? When I was in a French school at St. Joseph, I had a teacher called Madame Landry, and then I moved to English school at Holy Cross, and then my teacher's name was Mr. Johnston. Mr. Johnston was, I think, my first crush. I know that's really weird, but he, everything he did made me really happy. It's kind of creepy because he was like 25 or 30 when I was like, I don't know, 6 years old. But he would always play guitar for us, so like Knock Knock on Heaven's Door, stuff like that. And he would read books to us, obviously, like most teachers, but like The Hobbit and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And he also brought us Turkish Delight, like from the book and stuff. I remember The Hobbit though. When I watched the animated movie, the whole time I could watch it, I only heard his voice as reading the book. So stupid. I think that made a big impact on why I love The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings so much, because I loved my teacher so much. It's really embarrassing, but yeah. Where did I go on my first airplane ride? Well, I've only been on a plane once, and that was to Nova Scotia to summer camp. I didn't want to go, but I was forced to. It was the Tim Hortons Foundation camp thing that they do. So unfortunate kids, they raise money by selling coffee, and then they send them out to a summer camp. And I don't know, I had a bunch of stuff that happened in my childhood, so I was in foster care and stuff, and I guess I qualified. So I went on to that trip. It was alright. It was fun, I guess, but I got poisoned by their water. I don't know, there was something wrong with it while I was there, and we were all drinking and showering in it. So then I had like purple spots and rash all over my skin because of it. It was not good at all. Who was my first best friend, and do we still talk? My first best friend was Candace Coelho. That was when I lived in Innisfil, but then I ended up moving away about 4 hours away, so we barely talk ever. Once in a while I'll say hi, or she'll say hi and talk on Facebook. Not too often. I do miss her. I'd love to catch up, but we just live so far away. Where was my first sleepover? That was at Candace's house. I remember I thought her parents were gonna kill me. It was my first sleepover, and I just couldn't sleep all night because I thought that I was sleeping there because my parents wanted me to get rid of me, and her parents were gonna kill me for them or something. So I was just really scared, and it was stupid. And what was my first concert I've ever been to? My first concert was 50 Cent. That was good at the time because 50 Cent was my most favorite person ever. Right now, no, I don't like rap anymore, but I used to be I guess wannabe gangster. It was so cool. But, yeah, 50 Cent. My first broken bone? I've never broken my bone, but I've cracked my tailbone twice. The first time was because my cousin and sister, I believe, they were jumping on the trampoline, and I wanted to show them how to jump, sit down, and get back up. And I was on the ground, and I decided to show them while I was on the ground. So I jumped, sat down, and of course I didn't get back up. So my sister had to run over, pick me up, and then she actually picked me up on a pillow because of my tailbone, and oh, that was brutal. I'm such an idiot. I think I was about 10 or 11 at the time. And the second time was probably about 6 months later. It was winter, and we were going sliding with our school, and I was on a boogie board going down a hill, and there was a bump in the hill, so we went up a bit in the air, and the boogie board slid from under me away, and I fell on my ass again and cracked my tailbone. God. My first piercing was my ears. I'll just show you. They're pretty brutal. Like, they're really close to my face right there, so I had to get more done after. I got it when I was 2 years old, so clearly it didn't grow well with me. First foreign country I've ever gone to? I've never left my country. I've always been in Canada, and it sucks. I don't even have a passport yet, but I do want to travel eventually. I want to travel lots of places. I think the first place I'd want to travel would be to Australia. I think it would be beautiful there. First movie I remember seeing, the Blair Witch Project. I don't know why that's the first movie I could think of, but I can't think of anything else. I just remember looking through my mom's VHSs under the TV, and that one looked interesting, so I put it in, and I almost shit my pants because I was like 6 years old. And then I found some other weird tapes that I shouldn't have found. Who was your first roommate? I've never really had a roommate. Well, right now I'm living with my boyfriend and his family, and me and my boyfriend share a room, so I guess that's the closest I've had to a roommate. So we share a bed, a room, you know. What was the first sport I was involved in? I was never in any sports really, except for the ones you play at school, but I was never on a real team. The only activity like that I've ever done was dance. It was for a year, and I was in hip-hop. It was fun. I don't really classify it too much as a sport, but it's the closest I've done. What is the first thing I do when I get home? Well, from work or whenever I come home, I just like to relax, so I go on my computer and check all my websites like Facebook, Formspring, YouTube, of course, you know, just check to see all my notifications. And what was my first kiss? My first real kiss was in the end of October 2009. I do not remember the date. It was at a bus stop. I was going home from Jay's, and the bus was just about to come, so I went to kiss him like a normal, just kiss goodbye, but I ended up trying to kiss him further, but then I don't know, we were just kind of cut off because the bus came and it was really awkward, and yeah, so it was like kind of a half kiss. But after that, then we kissed normally. So that's all the questions for my first tag video. Now I tag all of you guys to do it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!